Welcome back, dear students. So today we are going to start some practice problems from proportion. So let's start. Our first question is, determine whether the following numbers are in proportion or not. So let me once again revise you. 4 numbers are said to be in proportion if the ratio of first to second is equal to the ratio of second to third. So here we are going to check out whether these given 4 numbers are in proportion or not. So for that thing we need to check out their ratios. So we know that for a number to be in proportion, we must have product of means is equal to product of extremes. So here friends, you must know that these are the what? Second and third term, we are going to call them as a means. They both are means. And the first and the last, they are called as a extreme numbers. So we'll take a first of all product of means. So here means are 1 by 4 and 1 by 7. So we'll take their product. And then we'll check a product of extreme, that is 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 14. So here we'll take the product of numerator, that is 1 upon, and denominator, that is 28. And here also we'll take a product of numerator and the product of denominator. So we have concluded that yes, the product of means is equal to product of extreme. Therefore 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 7, 1 by 14 are in proportion. So these 4 numbers are in proportion. Now we'll go for this question. 2, 3 integer 1 by 2, 3, 4 integer 1 by 2. So now we'll check out them. Here also we'll go for that product of means is equal to product of extremes. We'll check out this condition. If it is true, then we'll say that the given numbers are in proportion. So again, these two, second and third, are called as mean terms. And the first and last, they are called as the extreme terms. So we'll check out product of means here, that is 3, 1 by 2 multiplied by 3. Now we'll take a product of extreme, that is 2 multiplied by 4, 1 by 2. So now here we'll convert it into the improper one. Here we'll get a 7 by 2. How we are getting 7 by 2? We need to multiply 3 to the 6, then add this 1 into it, into 3, and we'll can take 3 by 1. And here you can take it 2 by 1, and you can go for it 4 to the 8 plus 1, 9 by 2. So here just multiply, that is 7 by 2 you will get, and here 18 by 2 you will get, friends. So here you can see that these are not equal. So you can say the unequal to sign, and you can state that therefore 2, 3 integer 1 by 2, 3, 4, 1 by 2 are not in proportion. Why not in proportion? Because their product of means is not equal to the product of extreme, as we have seen. So now friends, we will solve the another question. Find the value of x of the given proportions. So here given that these 4 numbers are in proportion, so we'll find out the unknown variable value. As we know that they are in proportions, so we know that these product of means and the product of these two extremes, they are going to be equal. So as the given data is that they are in the proportion, so we'll follow that product of means is equal to product of extreme. So we'll take their product here, 0.6 multiplied by x. These two are means, and the product of extreme is 0.9 into 3. So in order to find this variable x value, we'll send this point x to the right hand side. 0.9 multiplied by 3 divided by 0.6. So here the decimal is on the same number of places, so decimal place will cancel, and just we'll go for the division. Here we can go for 3 ones are, and here 3 twos are 6. So friends, we come to know 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 is just nothing but x value is what? 4.5. So here in this case x value is what? 4.5. Now we'll go for this question. Here also we need to find out the variable value x, and we've given that these are in the proportion. So we'll write down the product of means is equal to product of extremes as they are given in the proportion. So we'll go for product of extremes. So 1 by 14 and x, they are the means. Second and third term are means, which is equal to first and last, that is 1 by 15 multiplied by 1 by 5. So friends, here we just need to take this 1 by 14 is in multiplication to that side, it will go in the division there. So here just we'll write down x, and here we'll take the product 1 upon 75 will come, that is 15 5 is 75, and this multiplication here goes and it will comes in a division, that is 1 by 14. When we shift this multiplication operation right side, it goes in their division. So 1 by 75. Now division of fractions, we know that it will go in multiplication and we need to flip the second. It become 14 by 1. So friends, here we'll get a x value 14 upon 75. So this is the value of this unknown variable x, 14 upon 75. So now moving to the next problem, we need to find out the fourth proportional to these three numbers, that is 8, 32 and 17. So friends, we don't know about the fourth proportional, so we'll let x be fourth proportional. So what we are considering, so let x be the fourth proportion to these numbers. So we'll write down 8, 32, 17 and x. Now these are in the proportion. So we know that when these numbers are in proportion, we can state that product of means is equal to product of extremes. So we'll go for that. Product, as they are in proportion, we can write product of means is equal to product of extremes. So we'll write down 32 multiplied by 17, which is equal to 8 multiplied by x. These two are means and first and last is what? Extremes. So just send this 8 in the division this side. So we'll write 32 into 17 will come 8. In our previous lesson, we have studied about solving the simple equations. So we know that in order to keep this variable alone to one side, we need to send the constant another side. So it is in multiplication. When it comes to the left hand side, it goes in division. We'll go for 8 ones are 8 fours are 32, and we know that 17 fours are what? 68. So x is equal to 68. Now in this way we'll solve the next problem, that is 1 by 3, 1 by 5 and 1 by x. And here also friend, we'll consider that let x will be what? Fourth proportion. So when the x is in the fourth proportion, we can write 1 by 3 ratio 1 by 3 is to 1 by 5 as 1 by 7 is to x. So here we have considered x as a fourth proportion. So these are the means, and the first and last is what? They are the extremes. So friends, therefore we'll write their product 1 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 7, which is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by x. So just take this side product. Here we'll get 1 upon 5 cents at 35 you'll get, and this will come in the division this side. It becomes 1 by 3, which is equal to x. And we'll take a 1 by 35. Now fractions division, we know that it becomes 3 by 1. So friends, therefore x value will get a 3 upon 35. So friends, now next question is find the mean proportional between 144 and 225. So friends, we know that the mean proportion is actually we need to get the three continued numbers like A, B and C. So let's consider x be a mean proportion. So we know that here x square is equal to the product of these two numbers. So we consider that x as a mean proportion here, okay? So we'll know that x square is equal to what? 144 multiplied by 225. So in order to find out the x, we'll take a square root. We'll take a square root here. So after taking a square root, we'll get a here 144 multiplied by 225. These two are a perfect square. This is of 12 and this is of what? 15. So we'll write down 12 multiplied by 15. So we'll get a here 180. So friends, here 180 is what? Mean proportional between. Therefore we can write 180 is mean proportional between 144 and 225. So now we'll go for the next 1 by 36 and 1 by 9. So friends, we'll find out here. Again, here also you can consider x is what? Mean proportional between them. And these are what? First and third. So we'll write down here x square is equal to 1 by 36 multiplied by 1 by 9. So in order to find only x variable, we'll take a square root of this. So we'll keep them in a square root. 1 by 36 multiplied by 1 by 9. So you know that 36 9s are what? 1 upon 324. We'll get a 324. And 324 is a perfect square of 1 by 18. So the mean proportional between 1 by 36 and 1 by 9 is what? 1 upon 18. Again also we'll find out 0.32 and 0.08. We need to find out the mean proportional between them. So we'll write down x square is equal to product of first proportion and third proportion. That is 0.32 multiplied by 0.08. Friends, we'll again keep them in. And in order to find only x, we just multiply them. 32 8s we'll get a 256. And here we know that here after 4 digits it is there. So we'll take 0.0256. Friends, we know that 256 is a square of perfect square of 16 and we need to get a 0.0256. So we'll write down x is equal to what, friends? 0.16. So this 0.16 is what? Is a mean proportion. We can say mean proportional between 0.32 and 0.08. So friends, moving to the next question. Find the third proportional to 32 and 16. So friends, let's consider that x will be here the third proportional. So here x is a third proportion, or you can say third proportional to 32 and 16. So actually it is 32, 16, 16 and this is x. And these are in the continued proportion. So this is a 32 is a first proportional and the x is what? Third proportional. We just need to find out this. And they are in continued proportion. So continued proportions are like this: 32 upon 16. This ratio is equal to 16 upon x. So 32 upon 16 is equal to 16 upon x. And we know that you can do the cross multiplication here. We will go for it. 32 multiplied by x, which is equal to 16 multiplied by 16. So now friends, solve this equation. 32 will go in the division here. 16 multiplied by 16, you will go for here 32. 16 ones are 16 friends, 16 twos are 32. You can go for 2 8s are. So here x is what? 8. So this x is 8, and which is a third proportional to 32 and 16. So now moving to the next question, we need to find the third proportional to this 4 1 by 6 and 5. So they are in the continued proportion friends here. So we'll write down 4 1 by 6, 5, 5x, they are in what? Continued proportion. And this x is a third proportional. So we need to find out, we can write proportion. So we'll convert first this into the improper one. Here we'll get a 25 upon 6, which is in 25 upon 6 is to 5, which is in proportion with 5 is to x. So friends, just take the product of means is equal to product of extreme. You can go for like this. So we can go for here 5 multiplied by 5, which is equal to x multiplied by 25 divided by 6. The product of these two and the last two. Last and first. So this 25 will write down here, and this 6 is in division. We'll send it here. It will come here. And this 25 will go in the division. And here alone left, that is the x variable. Friends, we need to solve. 25 ones are 25. We got a x is equal to 6. In the same way, we'll follow this. We need to find out the third proportional to here. So we'll write down 4.2 divided by 0.7, which is equal to 0.7 divided by x. And they are also in continued proportion. Now go for the cross multiplication. 4.2 multiplied by x, which is equal to 0.7 multiplied by 0.7. Now just write down here x is equal to 0.7 into 0.7 divided by 4.2. So this decimal I will cut here. The same number of, here we will go for 7 ones are, 7 6 are. So friends, what you are going to get? 0.7 divided by 6. So if you want here, you can write down it. You can multiply both the numerator and denominator with the 10. So you'll get here 7 upon 60. You can write on this, either this one. So this x is the value, which is a third proportional to this, and they are in continued proportion. We know that, friends, continued proportions are there where you can say that product of means is equal to product of extremes. And friends, let me once again remind you that suppose three numbers are there, a, b, c, they are said to be in continued proportion, as we have seen already in our previous video. But then also you can see here a, b, c are in continued proportion such that ratio of a is to b as ratio of b is to c. So you can take here b square is equal to a into c. So you can write down like this. And in order to find out b, you will take a square root of a and c, which we have seen in the previous question. So here we were about to get the third proportion. Third proportion means here we need to find out the c value. So we have solved it according to like this. Hope you have understood it. So friends, now next question is, show that 6, 36 and 216 are in continued proportion. So we know that, friends, for our numbers to be in continued proportion, like say three numbers like a, b and c are in continued proportion. So you must have that ratio of first to second, and that is of second to third should be equal. So we'll check out according to this. So for continued proportion, we need to check them out. So let's check here. 6 is to 36 should be equal to 36 is to 216. So we'll check it. We need to check this. So if this is true, that is product of means is equal to product of extremes. If this is condition true, then we will say that yes, they are in continued proportion. So we'll take a 36 multiplied by 36, which are means, and we'll go for 6 multiplied by 216. So we know that 36 square we need to get it here, which is 1296. And that is 216 multiplied by 6, which is again 1296. Yes, therefore this step is saying that the product of means is equal to product of extremes. Thus, you can say that 6, 36 and 216 are in continued proportion. So yes, it is true. So we have checked this is true. So now friends, moving to the next question. If 25 persons can dig a trench 36 meter long in one day, then find the number of persons required to dig a trench 108 meter long in a one day. So friends, we'll first of all write down the given data. We are given that 25 persons are there. Those who are doing the work of digging a trench in a one day, that is how much they are digging, 36 meter. So we need to find out number of persons required to dig the trench 108 meter long in one day. So let X be number of persons. Those who are digging a trench that is of 108 meter long. So we'll write down the proportion. The final statement will be that 25 persons are digging 36 meter long trench in one day. And that same in one day, how many persons, that is X, are going to dig 108 meter long trench. So here if we solve this proportion, that is they are both are doing in the one day. So we'll write down here the product of means is equal to product of extremes. So we'll take the multiplication of 36 and X with the multiplication of 25 and 108. So just shift this 36 from the left hand side in the division to the right hand side. We'll get here 36. We know that 36 ones are here, 36 threes are. So friends, X is equal to 25 multiplied by 3, which is nothing but the total 75 persons. So we come to know that 75 persons required to dig the trench of 108 meter long in one day. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.